Good evening, Dr. Esposito. First off, I would like to say that I hope you and your family are doing well and staying healthy in these trying times. I chose to do my speech on General Douglas MacArthur. Douglas MacArthur was born on January 26, 1880. He grew up in Little Rock, Arkansas, and was born into a military household. He attended West Point Military Academy and commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Army. By 1925, he was serving as the youngest Major General in the Army. He served in World War I, World War II, and the Korean War. In between World War I and II, he served as the Chief of Staff and was Field Marshal in the Philippine Army. During his time there, he supervised and helped train the Philippine Army and taught them methods and tactics and combat drills that the United States used to train their own soldiers. What I believe is one of his greatest achievements in the military was during World War II when he earned the Medal of Honor. But more importantly, I believe that one of his greatest achievements was how he perceived himself to the public as a human and a relatable person, despite his military career. General MacArthur had already been nominated for the Medal of Honor 2 times before receiving it. General MacArthur always stressed that he was a soldier and very proud to be one, but his main priority in life was being a father and a family man. In an article published by Time magazine, there is a quote that General MacArthur said to the National Father's Day Committee after being nominated the Father of the Year in 1942, stating, "By profession, I am a soldier and take pride in that fact. But I am prouder and definitely prouder to be a father. A soldier destroys in order to build, but a father only builds and never destroys. The one has the potentialities of death, and the other embodies creation and life. And while the hordes of death are mighty, the battalions of life are mightier still. It is my hope that my son, when I am gone, will remember me, not from battle, but in the home, repeating with him our simple daily prayer, Our Father, who art in heaven." His emphasis on fatherhood is very significant to his life and in American history because up until 2001, him and his father were the only father-son pair to be awarded the Medal of Honor according to an article in the Encyclopedia Britannica. I believe that his emphasis on fatherhood for the American culture puts it into perspective how human and relatable this heroic man is. It shows to people that the men and women serving their country are doing much more than fighting enemies, that they are raising families and working out their jobs and doing everything they can to keep everyone near and dear to their heart and everyone that they don't know safe. I believe this is important because it brought the people's spirits up while the whole world was in such turmoil because of the wars. And also I believe that this is important because it gave them a person to stand behind, someone they could relate to, and it gave them someone who was real. And when the American public have someone who is real to stand behind, they tend to stand stronger and to support what the country is doing. Say General Douglas MacArthur did not give them a piece of what his real family life would be like, he would just seem like another war hero, and they would support him, but they would not support them with their hearts fully. And because he was a real person to them, and he really did show his real side of his life, that then he gave them something just to stand behind. Secondly, General MacArthur resisted the popular attitudes in America that the Caucasian race was superior to others, not so much in the North, but more so in the South at this time. There are many accounts of him praising minority ethnicities and cultures and showing his true support to them. And an example is given in an article published by the Smithsonian Magazine, where the Native American tribes of the Southwest chose him as their chief of chiefs, which he acknowledged as from my oldest friends in the companies of my boyhood on the western frontier. This is also important because he is a very influential person in American history, and he helped sway the attitudes of the American people into a more fair and more correct attitude towards the minority cultures and ethnicities. All in all, General Douglas MacArthur, outside of his duties as a soldier, stood up for what was right and just in his mind and what was right and just and beneficial to the American people. He fought for those who did not have a voice, and he most importantly stressed how important family was to him, showing that the American public that even war heroes are human and capable of loving all.